welcome to another episode of KastKing Fishing Frenzy Live with Nikki and the awesome Fluke Master. What's going on? Finally, we had a little technical difficulty there, guys. I do apologize. It is live. You never know what's going to happen, and we're dealing with some pretty rough weather here. Some rain. It's coming down. If I wasn't afraid to move the phone and show it and lose you guys, I would show you the weather. But I'm scared to touch anything right now. That's awesome. Well, wait. Let's see if wait till people get in here. They got to jump over.
They got to jump over from the other one.
They got to jump back over. But we're live. That's all that matters. I'm glad. I clicked that live button as soon as I could.
Okay. So I've got the chat pulled up so I can see it.
Awesome. Oh, you didn't have it on your, or you finally have it on
it's on my phone. I just can't see it. I'll be doing this number.
You did. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, we got them. They came over. Hi, Chris, Mr. Gimpy, Patrick. What's going on? Melissa. She says hi. Hi, Nikki and Fluke. This is awesome.
What's going on?
What's going on? Cas Queen. Hi, Yak in Life. That could be the only one and only Yak in Life. I love you. JT. What's up, guys? Thank you so much. I know we started originally and we were in the preview. We were trying to like mess with stuff because this is new. Fluke's usually not used to doing it this way. And with the weather and everything, it messed us up a little bit, a little technical difficulty, but we got you guys now.
Yeah, that's the problem with YouTube Live.
Hi, Carol. Yeah, that's the problem with YouTube Live. Same issues. There always seems to be something.
Yep.
Hey, people starting to come in now. Here we go. Hi, David. Carol. David said hi, Nikki and Fluke. Hey, David. Absolutely. Mr. Gimpy. Fluke, you talked to me years ago about my amputation in your Friday night live chat. Oh, wow.
Cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't make fun of you, did I?
Mr. Gimpy is funny. He does that himself. He'll put out jokes and stuff about it. He is the coolest.
Well,
I love him.
I was a medic in the Army and then an X-ray tech, and I was an X-ray tech for 20 years. So I take it a little bit lighter than what most people think I should. So.
Well, it's your sense of humor. I always loved your sense of humor. What's going on? All right, guys. Well, we're getting them in. They're piling in. As you guys can see, we have Fluke Master here, and I can officially and proudly say we have Fluke Master part of the Cas King team finally. Welcome.
Don't have to keep the secret anymore.
No more. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have no idea how hard it was not to tell you guys Fluke was coming over.
All right, I'm going to stop trying to pull that up. Okay.
Will he be fishing the KBF next week? Carl wants to know.
I haven't decided yet. So I decided this year that I wasn't going to fish any tournaments. And then my travel partner, who I've been fishing with for the last 3 days, he talked me into a Lanier tournament this weekend. So I'm fishing the B.A.S.S Open Series, Kayak Series Lanier tournament. And if I do good in that, I might do Guntersville. I guide on Guntersville, so it's kind of, I don't know. I'll just see how I feel about it. But
yeah. Melissa said she was an Apache mechanic in the Army for 11 years, Fluke. Melissa.
Sweet. Some of my favorite people. I was in Hawaii for 3, so I got to fly with a bunch of the Apache crews when they were getting hours and stuff. We would go all over the islands, so it was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so I've been so excited, guys. Like I said, it's been a secret, and you guys know I always tell you everything. I'm open with everything. I tell you guys everything. And it was so hard because we were right on the verge and getting Fluke and we were going, he was going through the process and everything. And when he finally became in, and I couldn't keep my mouth shut. And every show, it was just harder and harder. And when finally he put it out himself, because he put a video out, I'm like, oh, it's safe. It's good to go. I can tell people now. And if you guys haven't watched that video, Fluke put out a video and he explains why. I'm going to ask him again here and just to go over quickly, but he put out a full video, explain why, and left 13 Fishing came over to Cas King, and how he did it and what he did and the reasoning behind it. So if you haven't already, definitely go over and check out Fluke's video. It's on your YouTube or your Facebook page.
Yeah, no, YouTube page or YouTube channel,
page. So, and you're all over. He's on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and YouTube is really big for you because That's where you started, right, Fluke? Like,
Yep.
you just started out, you and your Georgia hat, right? That's how I met you, or I didn't meet you. That's how I came to know you, was
Right.
back in the day, you used to put out videos on teaching people, I wanna say kids, but not just kids, it was everybody, teaching
Hmm.
people to fish, and you put it out on YouTube, and you would just be you out in your boat, right? You were out on your
Yep.
boat, and you would, I remember that, those videos from back in the day, and you would teach people whether it's tying a knot or showing them where to fish or why you're fishing this, or different lures you were using and why you were using them. And I was hooked automatically when I first saw your videos. And when I needed to learn something or look for something, I would go right to you. I'd go right to your YouTube page, go right to your channel. And sure enough, you already had a video on it. I'm like, okay, well, now I learned how to do this or how to do that. So I grew to learning from your videos. And it's amazing for me to finally grow a platform to where I am now. And it's because of what I've learned from you, watching you or asking you for advice or coming up to you and you'd helping me and helping me set on the right path or the right direction on where to go. I built this platform on the knowledge of what I've learned from you. And it's exciting and it's a proud moment for me to have my mentor, someone I've looked up to for so many years, on my live show. I'm emotional right now. I really am. It means so much to me, Fluke, to finally have you on. And I'm
That's
proud.
awesome. That's awesome. I remember okay, Nikki and I met at the Bassmasters Classic Expo. I want to say it was South Carolina,
Yep.
Greenville, South Carolina. I can't remember which one it was.
I was with
Uh,
Lucky Tackle Box, right? Then I think.
yeah, yeah,
Or
you were in the Lucky Tackle Box booth is where you were. And yeah, what I fell in love with was Nikki gives the best hugs, and I'm a hug guy,
I
and
do.
so it is one of the things. But anyway, but yeah, being able to watch you um grow up in that kind of stuff, and I told you at the beginning when you decided that that's what you wanted to go, I was like, you need anything, just let me know. And most people say that without meaning anything,
Yeah, just say it. Yeah.
just to say it. I don't. If you don't come to me, that's when I get
That's,
upset.
yeah, and something's wrong or something's
Yeah,
not right.
if you need me and you could have used some advice or whatever else, and I find out, I'm like, come on now.
Well,
But
see, that's what I love about you, Fluke, is that
yeah,
you're not like some other people. I'm not going to say names or anything like that, but just some other fishermen or people that got big in fishing that
yep,
are famous and grew a platform and turned, just got different, just became a different person. What I love
yeah,
about you is you stay true and true and true every way through your whole growing to where you are now. You've never
yep.
turned. You wear your Georgia hat that you still wear to this day, and you let people know where you're from. You never
It's
lost that.
Yep. Yep. It's a different hat, folks. I get 10 new ones
Yeah,
every
it's
two
not the
years.
very
So
same one. People always ask that though. They're like, "Is that the same hat that he wears?"
no,
I
these
think it'd be a little.
47 the 47 brand hats fade out too fast. I have to buy a bunch of them. So yeah, they're the red dye in them's horrible. But yeah, you're right though. I'm not going to change for anybody, and that's kind of a good lead way into why why I had to leave 13, or why I didn't leave 13, but why I'm no longer with 13, and
Mhm,
why I chose KastKing is because I am the way I am and I do what I do. And when Rapala bought 13, uh, the 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 priorities changed, and
mhm,
so I went with 13 back in the day because they were the only rod company that understood social media marketing, understood had a good idea of where things were going, and we worked together really, really well. Well, over the
mhm,
last 2 or 3 years, that has slowly changed, and then Rapala bought them out, and it completely shut down. It completely changed. It was like 13 became an old school company again, and they basically just ghosted me. And I don't have my feelings hurt about it or anything else. It's business, and that's what unfortunately the part of it that I don't like that I have to do. And so I at ICAST, I kind of when they announced it, I started putting two and two together, and I was like, man, this just doesn't feel comfortable. I don't know if this is gonna, what this is gonna do. So I had to go ahead and put my feelers out because I got to pay the bills and feed the
mhm.
kids.
It's
And
understandable.
uh, and so I, and I've always kept a good relationship with KastKing, although their rods and reels were not great years ago.
Well, yeah, we
Um,
we we all agree with that.
and
I mean,
and they all
they
own
were
up to it,
starting
and
out.
that's
Yeah.
yep, that's what happens. It's called growing pains, and
Yep.
learning and learning and learning, and where I see KastKing right now is they make a great product, but they are dead set on continuing to improve that product.
Hmm.
And 13 kind of stopped that, but I think they stopped that just because they were in the middle of all this Rapala buyout stuff is the reason it
Right.
nothing seemed to progress. And so I talked to you guys, I talked to Jose, and I was just like, look, let's just send me some rods, let me try them out, let me see what I think. Let me make sure that they're not as bad as the ones they sent me 7 years or 8, 9 years ago, however how long it was. It was funny though. I got the rods 7, 8, 9 years ago, and I remember sending an email or a message or something to the marketing director, and I was like, "You do not want me to do a review on these rods and reels." I just straight up, I just flat out, "You don't want me to review them." And he was like, "Why?" I said, and I gave him a laundry list
You're
of
being honest, and that's what I
improvements.
love about you. You
I,
didn't.
well, I Yeah, because somebody's got to be first of all, and I'm not those of you guys who don't know this. I started my YouTube channel because I was a scout master because I had scouts that wanted to learn how to fish and I couldn't teach them. And YouTube was all it was a site that you could put videos on for free.
I didn't know that.
Uh,
See, I didn't know that,
yeah.
Fluke.
So I spent 25 years as a scoutmaster teaching young men to be honest. And
Hmm.
if they ever caught me in a lie, I would get phone calls. And so I'm brutally,
Scout's
stupidly
honor.
honest. Yep.
Hmm.
And so that's that's how it's worked with me. And I always love it and hate it at the same time when I get the comments of, I'm a sellout. I go to the lowest, it's all these stinking comments from people who think they know better. And I'm just like, dude, you just don't understand. My integrity is the number one most important thing to me.
Your
And
word, you know.
yeah, well, take it or leave it. And
Hmm.
even when I was in the army, I was like, I would tell on myself. I mean, I would tell the truth even if it got me in trouble.
Hmm.
So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm excited about being with Cas King. I'm excited to see what I can do to help them continue to improve because of I love product development. I love being able to get out and break things and make things work better and things like that. So you guys hold on to your hats because it's going to be. I'm hoping in the next 2 or 3 years that you guys can see my footprint. I did
Oh
that
yeah.
with Bonafide Kayaks, the kayak that just launched, the PWR 129. I helped design it, and so did a bunch of other pro staffers. But the key selling points, the hands-free steering, and all the really cool things that go on with that one were my idea. And so
That's
that's kind of the
awesome.
stuff that I like to do, and that's where I get my pride is being able to make things better and make things work for what we as a consumer need. So you'll see me ask you guys a lot of questions, not just you guys, but my viewers and subscribers and everything else. I ask a lot of questions about how they feel about certain rods and reels and things like that. So I'm happy. I'm happy with it because you guys get it. You know,
Hmm.
you guys have what, 2 or 3 guys that are specifically for managing content creation
Yep.
and managing pro staff, and you,
Certain
and you
people for
can,
yep.
yep, and it's serious when that kind of stuff happens.
Absolutely.
So
And like you said, growing. We're still growing.
yep.
And now having you is such a big step in that process because like you just said, I love that your word is your bond, you know, and like you
Yep.
just said about your integrity and everything, you're not gonna why would a company want something where you're just gonna yes them to death? Oh, did you like that rod and reel? Yes, it was great. Oh, did you like that spool of line? Yeah, it was great. And you know that because there are people that will do that just to get the
Yep.
product or just to yes them and let them hear what they want to hear, right? But you won't do that. Like you were just saying, being
Yep.
honest, back in the day, with KastKing starting out, obviously they were evolving, they were growing. There was things we made that were not good, and they say that, they'll tell you
Oh yeah.
that.
Yep.
And but to have someone like you, like you get sent a rod and a reel or whatever, and you send back like, look, hey guys, we could do better in this department. You could make that handle a little bit better. You could make
Yep.
whatever component better. You're not going to lie and you're not going to keep that. You're going to tell them to make them better. Um, because like I said, who wants to just yes them to death? And we're not going to change and we're not going to get any better like that, right? Um,
Yep. Yep. And another thing, free stuff is nice until you got to find somewhere to put it,
yeah, you're not kidding
you
me.
know?
You
And
know?
and so it's one of those things where I get what I need and I try not to get anything extra because then I got to find somewhere to store it.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. And I understand there are certain people certain people want to make it in the industry. There's certain steps they've got to take, certain things they
Mhm.
got to do, and free is wonderful because it saves them money. But yeah, one thing everybody's got to remember is free is great until you got to find a place to put
You gotta find,
it.
and these guys will tell you, like my followers here, they'll laugh and they'll tell you because my office is just it's too packed, and they see that on all the live shows. And a lot of them will say, "Hey, I'll come over and help you clean your office." Wink, wink. They went for some products. We always joke about that because I'm always doing giveaways, and I have so much stuff. If I'm fishing down at a pond or something, you know what it's like. You got some kids
Yep.
fishing. I go up and I give them some of our products. And
Oh yeah.
hey, and they look at me like, stranger danger, stranger danger. No, no, it's not like that. I'm just here. Just take the free stuff.
You're
But
not tall enough to be dangerous.
oh, I knew the short jokes were coming. I just knew. Go ahead, get them out. Get them out.
Uh,
Oh, I love you. But
but
but yeah,
yeah, you got to see
seriously.
the floor in my office. It's all boxes and junk. I don't even want to show it. It's miserably dirty.
Is it really? Like,
Oh
is it just a
gosh,
lot
yeah.
of our products or just a mix of everything?
No, just a mix like Lorant stuff. The packaging is so out of control now. So I just
Yeah.
got a bunch of Lorant stuff to put on my kayaks, and I've got the boxes on the floor opened up behind me with parts and pieces hanging out of them. So yeah.
So now what a lot of people when I first watched you and started watching you about YouTube, now that's one thing I learned. I had no idea you started that from scouts. I had no idea you were involved in that.
Hmm.
That just bumped your points up with me like a lot more than it already was. But you eventually got into kayaking, or were you always doing that and I didn't notice,
Well,
or
through scouting, I was, I'm an Eagle Scout, and I was in scouting as a little. I started paddling kayak or canoes, and I was
Mhm.
in the canoe for, the scout camp. The major scout camp was right down the road from my house. So at 16 years old, I was going down there and borrowing a canoe and going out on their lake, which is and well, little tidbit of information. The first two Friday the 13th were filmed on that lake. So I got to
Oh, get
fish.
out of
I
here.
got to fish. Yeah, Crystal Lake, I think they called it, or something like that,
Yeah.
in Friday the 13th. But anyway, so that was that lake. So I got to fish on that one, and that's where I caught my first bass. And so I fell in love with all of that. But then I shortly, it was before YouTube. I met Chad Hoover, who's still a friend of mine, and he kind of introduced me to kayak fishing, and it was still in its infancy, and I just kept an eye on it for about 3 or 4 years, and then I bought my first kayak, and then I sold my first kayak because I hated it, and then I bought my second kayak and enjoyed it, the funny saying is that a kayak fisherman's favorite kayak is always his next one, because none of us do what we're supposed to do and go test them out before we buy them,
And then you
but
buy them.
and then you buy them. And so, but so I just got into it and kept digging into it. And then I was sponsored by Alumacraft, and then they stopped during COVID. They stopped making the boats that I used and the boats that I could sell. And so we kind of suspended that until to wait for them to be able to make them again, and they never did. And so
Oh,
that kind of went away, and I stayed loyal for 2 years after that, and then. And then I was like, you know what? This kayak thing has gotten really big, and I enjoy doing it, and I love fishing out of the tournaments, and just fishing the tournaments out of it and everything else. And I said, let me just go full time kayak and just see what happens. And yeah, I get a lot of people who are like, oh, you're in a kayak. I'm not watching your videos anymore. Okay, that's
yeah.
cool. Um, but and what I tell people is it's not the same as a boat. It's a different challenge as than fishing out of a boat.
Okay.
It's not any better. It's not any worse. It's just a different challenge. And of course, I have motors on my kayak because I don't fish for exercise.
Mhm.
And so I enjoy getting out there, and like today I caught a 6.5 pounder today on a jerk bait, and it turned me around at 360 while I was trying to fight it. It was going up
See,
underneath my
that's my
kayak, and I
problem. That's why I don't like
yep.
kayak fishing. 'Cause
You just become a oversized bobber is all you become.
yeah.
But but it's a different kind of fun challenge, and I recommend anybody and everybody try it out. And kayaks these days are so stable. I mean,
Mr. Gimpy said, Try kayaking with no legs." Mr. Gimpy said, "Did you hear that?" Mr. Gimpy said,
actually you can.
"Yeah,
Yep.
that's
So a little
just a
bit
little
leaky,
bit."
but I
Yeah.
can get you.
Okay.
But with no legs,
Yeah.
you can get into one of these kayaks. And even if you didn't have any hands, I'd have the remote control with me, and I'd be controlling the kayak itself. So it can be done. It really can. And they're super, like I said, they're super stable. But yeah, I'm not gonna ask Mr. Gimpy to stand up in them,
He
that's for
said, "I
sure.
do, and it's fun."
But oh, okay, good, 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 good.
But that was
So
my problem, and that kind of I got turned off of it because I'd go out there. It's my problem of trying to cast while I'm sitting down and fish while sitting down, which a lot of people don't understand. That's not easy. It's not easy to when you're sitting to and then fight a fish like you just said and be turned around while you're or dragged. It just felt uncomfortable
yeah.
to me. But then again, I'm not in the kind
uh,
of ones that you're in. They've upgraded a lot.
yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm not gonna when I come down there we go kayak fishing. I'm not gonna bring my little banana boat. So
Oh, that's awesome. So, yeah, that's one thing I didn't, I didn't know when you had turned to kayak fishing when you started doing that as well. And then, yeah, I saw some of the comments and some of the people were like, "Oh, now he's doing kayak fishing," and they just forget that you don't just do kayak fishing. You're still involved in everything else.
yep.
Kayak is
Yeah,
just
I'm
something
still
you
doing
add.
instructional videos. I'm still
Yeah,
doing instructional videos. They're just out of a kayak.
yeah, and
So
yeah, you added a kayak to your arsenal. That's what I always say. It's
yep.
in your little arsenal of fishing. I always try to be a more versatile fisherman. I don't just want to be a bass fisherman my entire life. I want to learn how to fly fish. I want to learn how to do some more saltwater fishing.
Yep.
And then I want to do more things in bass fish in freshwater fishing, which is kayaking and stuff like that. I just want to be better rounded fisherman. You know,
Yep.
um, but
Yep.
but yeah, but that's great that you started doing that, and I watched you progress to that too, and watching you progress again, which is always been great. And we just talked about how we met each other and everything. And I didn't realize how long I've known you, and I've known you so much longer. Like I said, when I first started with my little YouTube channel, um, I did that because of your YouTube channel. If you didn't know that, I started it, and I would see what you were doing, and I wanted to teach people to fish. But I was also learning to fish at the same time. So whatever I learned from you, I would go and okay, so, okay, Fluke's doing this week. Fluke's doing this. So I'd go out there and try to do that myself, and grow a YouTube channel because of you. I've always looked up to you. But like I said, that's what I've always loved about you. I met you at the Bassmaster Classic, and it's always been great to be able to go to you for advice because, again, you've never changed. And if I was hurting or something was wrong, I mean, one of these shows we were just at, I was in tears. I was really upset. I forgot what it was all about. And you come walking by and you're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I don't, you said, "All right, let's go for a walk." I'm like, "But I don't know if I could leave the booth." And you said, "Yes, you can. For 5 minutes, you can walk with me." And within those 5 minutes that we sat and we talked, I mean, I felt so much better. I mean, I've always been able to come to you like that, and you've never changed. And that's what I love about you. And I just think that that's
Yep.
great that you've never changed like that. But,
Yep. You
um,
get what you get, and it's all like I tell my kids, you get what you get. You don't pitch a fit. That's for sure. So
let's see some of these questions. Everybody's been, you guys have some questions for Fluke here. I've missed some of them. I'm sorry. Um,
I'm still here. I just had to
John
shut my
says,
door.
John Ogle says, "My guy Fluke, love him, kept me fishing and never giving up." John Ogle said that. Are
Sweet.
you Booster says, "Are you the same Fluke Master that was on the old bass fishing homepage a few years ago?"
Bass Resource, yes, and Bass Fishing
Bass
homepage.
Resource.
Yep,
That's right.
yep.
Um, the big name. Staying humble without having a big head, Melissa said. That's what they like about you.
Well, I
Oh,
got a
love
big
from
head, but it ain't
Thailand.
because
Someone
I
loves you
got a
from
big nugget.
Thailand.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Best food on this planet.
Fluke Master, are you attending ICAST this year? Robert Green asks.
Yes. Well, it depends on whether KastKing wants me there or not. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Um, are you Order of the Arrow? I don't know what
yes.
that is, Mr. Gimpy. Mr. Gimpy asked that. Is that something
Yep.
with okay.
Yep. And I wood badge. The only thing I don't have is I did not get my silver beaver, which is like the highest award you can get as a scoutmaster. So,
Arnie Johnson says, Gene, glad you're happy. I have a lot of their products and love everyone on them. You're talking about KastKing. Oh,
cool.
here we go. Mr. Gimby says, hey, Fluke, are you strictly kayak now or do you still use your boat? Yes.
No, actually, cool story. I have my boat had a buddy up in Chattanooga who fell out of or fell off a roof. I don't know how high it was, but he broke like 27 bones in his body and
Oh my
was in
gosh.
ICU for a little amount of time and so on and so forth. But he was a roofer, but he was an amazing angler. Was really good at catching the giant fish that live in Chickamauga. And you guys might know him as Bass Quest on YouTube. But he decided he was going to go guiding full time, and so he did. And he had a aluminum boat, much like mine, a little bit smaller, that he was guiding out of. And 6 8 months into it, some knucklehead ran into the back of him as he was trailering home one day and destroyed his boat. And so I found out about it about a week later, and I had still had my Alumacraft, but it was in my barn and I hadn't used it in months. And I called him and I said, "Look, come if you can't get a replacement quick and insurance issues and stuff like that, just come get my boat and take it home, and then we'll when the insurance company pays you for your boat, we'll talk about how much you're going to pay me for my boat. If you want to keep it, if you don't want to keep it, bring it back. Oh, I mean, whatever." And so he ended up buying my boat from me, and so he was able to keep guiding and keep paying the bills through that. And that's kind of the only thing, and I looked at it as I wasn't using it. My kids weren't fishing high school tournaments anymore, and
Mhm.
so it wasn't going to get used because I loved fishing out of a kayak. And so I'd love to have a boat in the next 2 3 4 years, but it's not going to kill me if I don't. So
Now, was that the boat that the famous one there I hooked you we were on?
no, that was the
No.
red boat. That was the one before that. So
Yeah. So when I first got with Fluke and we were fishing together, quick funny story is we were out fishing and I'm so excited to be out there fishing with my mentor, a guy I looked up to for years, and we're fishing and I don't know if we were doing a live or a video.
we were doing
But
video. We were doing
we were
video.
doing a video. And yeah, we were doing a video for my YouTube page. That's what it was, my YouTube page.
Yep.
And we were recording and my backswing got he got swung and hit him right in the chin, right in the chin, and it started bleeding. And I started freaking out, like here I am, I hook Fluke Master, and he's like, "It's all right, calm down." And we're on video still. And he's like, "It's okay, calm. It's nothing. It's a flesh wound." And he's got blood trickling down his chin, and I'm like almost in tears, and he's calming me down. And I'll never forget it. We put that video out on my channel, and you put it out on your
Mm.
channel, and I got tortured for years because of that. Oh my God, Nikki Hook Fluke Master, the famous hooker Fluke Master in the chin. She hooked him in. Oh my God,
Ah,
it was hilarious. So, but
hilarious.
that was it was a funny story.
Yeah.
I thought that was on that boat.
Yep. And yeah, you're to this day, you're still the only person to ever put a hook in me. So
Oh my God, that makes me feel so much better. Oh my gosh.
uh,
So we have somebody that asked, "What is your personal best bass?" That's Bass with Beckham. Asked that.
I caught a 10-12 years ago. Kind of a funny story is I was doing a photo shoot for Hobie. And I had a 7 video deal with Hobie that that somebody else negotiated for me, so it wasn't like a set sponsorship. But I was there. We were doing. They basically gave me this coordinates to this lake, and I plugged them into my GPS, and I showed up, and there was lights and everything else. And so it was a private lake. And I show up, and there's Hank Parker getting ready to film
Oh
his TV
man, that's
show,
awesome.
and and so he's and I knew Hank because we used to do a Wounded Warrior event every year up in North Carolina
Oh
together.
wow.
So, but I saw him and he was filming and he went this way. He went to the left, and so I was like, you know what? They want pictures. I'm gonna go catch a big fish, and I went to the right and swung around, and there was a log laying in the water, and I pitched in and saw the fish splash and counted to three and set the hook, and it was that 10-12. He didn't talk to me for 2 days.
Oh my god.
Poor Hank got his feelings
Oh,
hurt.
poor
And
Hank.
remember, we're friends, so it's just more of a he just was not
Oh
happy
yeah.
with the fact that I caught that what he did. But I told him, I said, if you would have gone right and I had gone left, it would have been a different story. But too funny, too funny.
It's your
But yeah,
fault,
10,
Hank.
12, 10, 12 out of a kayak, and then I caught a 10-2 down in Florida at what's now Headwaters Reservoir. Before it was open to big boats, and it was only open to kayaks. And so I caught a 10-2 there. And so I've only got two double digits.
Oh
But
my
in the
god.
last 4 weeks, I've caught 40, at least 40 fish over 6 pounds. So, but no 10 pounders.
Oh my god, you're killing me, Fluke. I can't even get on one one little small bass. Small bass.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Melissa asked, have you fished Sam Rayburn and or Toledo Bend? And if so, which one's your favorite?
I haven't fished Toledo Bend. I fished Sam Rayburn. I really want to fish Toledo Bend, but just because it sets up the way I like to fish. It's got a lot of grass. It's got a lot of offshore stuff, and I'm an offshore angler. Even in my little plastic kayak, I'm an offshore angler. So I would love to fish the Bend. Sam Rayburn was good. I didn't have very good company that day, so I wasn't in that good of a mood. And this was
I know,
years
like
ago.
I know what the
But yeah, it's those are the two I'd love to go back and fishing again. Now that I'm not fishing tournaments, I pretty much can set my own schedule and travel wherever the heck I want to travel. And I travel and I sleep on the rooftop tent in my truck, and I've got a generator that goes off, and I just picked up uh, uh, Starlink. I just got a Starlink, so I'll have internet while I travel and that kind of stuff. So that'll be pretty
that's
fun.
that's awesome. Milton wants to know what's your favorite Cas King combo so far?
Um, I really like and I don't know the name of the Asagi, but it's the one that's made for chatterbaits. This time of the year, I'm a chatterbait freak. Okay, so take this with a grain of salt. But it's that one with the Speed Demon reel.
Okay.
Is been a bit stiffer, but that'll come with time. And
Mhm.
but what I like about it is when they do bite, it has enough flex in it where they get that chatterbait good, and you don't lose a whole lot of fish on the hook set. You can lose them during the fight, but you don't lose any fish on the hook set. So it's been a really good combo.
I like that combo
And
too.
then the one I haven't used yet that I'm the most excited about using is the Asagi frog rod. And
Mhm. I've got that.
so the shallow water frog bite on Guntersville is really good right now, but it's mostly male bass getting ready to spawn, so I don't mess with them too much.
Do you
So
still fish that private lake in North Carolina?
no,
No.
they closed that place down several years ago, and they made it's a wedding venue now. Um, so I wish I did. I'd love to go back out there and catch some of those giant bluegill that are there.
Melissa wants to know what was your most favorite memorable moment? I was going to ask that too.
Ooh.
Something that stuck
Let's
out
do it
to you.
out of a kayak. My most memorable moment was the scaredest I've ever been in a kayak. I was fishing off the coast of Miami for Goliath grouper, and unofficially, and we don't can't prove this, but unofficially, I was the very first person to ever to catch one over 200 pounds without being flipped out of the kayak. So I caught a 275-pound grouper.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so, but I was scared. I remember telling Chad, I was like, dude, I know what a bait fish feels like right now. Yeah, I know what a bait fish feels like. It's like you can look down in that clear water and see a 900-pounder swimming around, and it just,
You don't even have to fluke. I caught a little grouper right here. I have him up here. This
yeah.
thing was nothing. I mean, I forgot what pound it was, but it was small, and that was dragging me literally over the boat. I had to have Scott. Scott was We were fishing with Scott and Brian Box, Captain Brian Box, and he had to put his
Yep.
arms around me and literally hold me while I'm being pulled in with a little grouper.
Oh
So I
yeah.
can imagine 200. Oh my gosh, Fluke.
Yeah, I
That must
went 0 to 7 knots instantly. It was awesome.
Oh,
So,
that's insane. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. But that's the excitement of it. I love that. You don't know what's on the other end of that rod, especially when you're saltwater fishing. And that's what I love about saltwater. Freshwater, you
Yep.
could pretty much narrow it down. Okay, I'm going to catch a bass. If you know the waters, I'm going to catch a carp or I'm going to catch a catfish, right? You go saltwater fishing and it just opens up an entire world of all these fish that could be on the other end of that rod. Um, and that's what I love about it.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see what else. Ask your questions, guys. Whatever you wanna. I gotta go back and see them all because I missed some. Um, whatever happened to Scott Thomas? He's still here, Gary. He's just been busy. He's around. Um,
I'll
sounds
tell you
like
another thing
fun,
I like
man.
from KastKing is I like their tools.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
Fluke, I have a whole bunch to show today too.
those pliers, the orange ones, and the scissors, I love them. I love the scissors
Oh,
because I got fat fingers, and most scissors, my fingers don't fit into those daggum things. And so it's got,
have
flexible. They're so nice.
have you
So,
no? Have you seen our bait shears yet?
oh
Now I'm
my
not
gosh, those
allowed.
things are
KastKing says I'm not allowed to touch anything with sharp objects
sharp.
anymore because I cut my thumb on live last week. So they're not sending me anything more. And I said I'm not allowed to touch it. So all I can do is hold the rubber end and show you guys.
That is so par for the course, Nikki. Oh my goodness.
You should have seen it, Fluke. It was these bait shears, not these exact ones, but
Hmm.
just bait shears.
Right.
And it was last week's live, and I'm trying to tell them how sharp they are to be careful. And I went to go put it through the sheath, and it slid my thumb down. Was it this one? It was this one. And you can't even see it anymore. It's just a little cut,
Yeah.
but it bled. The fatty part of your hand's gonna bleed. And I'm
Hmm.
online live trying to tell them, "Oh, it's no big deal. It's great." And I stuffed it in the pond water, rinsed it off in the pond water, and then rubbed it on the dirt to stop it from bleeding. It's like, what else am I supposed to do? But look at these, Fluke. I mean, they're like having an army knife, that's got everything in it, a Swiss Army
Yeah,
knife.
like a Swiss Army knife.
It's got a bottle opener, it's got the jig eye tool, it's
What's that
got
little thing on the where your fingers are? Is that a clip that clips onto something?
yes, that's a
The little
carabiner
metal
right
thing.
here.
Okay, carabiner clip. Okay,
Yep,
that's
it's a
cool.
carabiner, so you can clip, and what I love about all their handles, it's got like the golf-like grip, but it's the no
Hmm.
slip grip. So if you're sweaty, you know what it's like. You're out there in the heat, especially you in Georgia or you're down in Florida. It's not going to slip out of your hand or feel like and they're all like ergonomic, so they're kind of bent in form of your hand. It's just I love that about it. And what's best is that you could take these apart, which I'm not going to do, and you can clean them easily.
And
Um,
sharpen them. They're
and
so
and
much easier to
sharpen them.
sharpen when you take them apart. Yep.
But it's insane. It's like you got the tuner in there you could tune your baits with. It's got
Hmm.
every tool you can think of. You will never need another tool with these bait shears. Just be very
That
careful
was
because they're
that was designed by a psychotic genius.
I say but that's what again, like what you're saying is and everybody I hear it from everybody, the tools they're coming up with. Put aside all the rods and the reels, but the
Yep.
tools, I mean, especially, with the different kind of fishing that people do, there's something for everybody in them. The
Yep.
pliers, I never leave home without those pliers. I always have them with me. The scissors, the bait scissors, the bait shears, and you like the pliers out of it, right? And it's
Yep. Yeah. The split ring pliers, not the small ones, but the big ones are really nice, and they're good. They're good needle nose pliers as well. But those scissors, when I can fit my fat thumbs in those scissors, I'm a happy man. So
Now, being a kayak fisherman, it's gotta be great to have these tools, to you could just slip them in your little, box that you carry where you put all your
yeah,
stuff in the back.
when they clip on things,
Yes,
especially
the
when they come in the
carabiner.
case that they can, if
Yeah,
they can clip hard and solid onto a strap or something like that, you can put them anywhere. And
that's
so
again,
I've actually got a tool holder up front on my kayak, but yeah, when I didn't, I would strap them to the seat straps, and that way they were close and they weren't going to fall in the water, because that's the biggest thing. Is I can't count how many times I've heard plop, and I
yep,
look over and something's
oops.
missing. So
And
yep,
that's what I love. They usually have, not only the case, the sheath, but it always has a clip, again, a carabiner. So there's a lanyard we have attached to it. So when I put my pliers on, I have the lanyard attached to, my hip so that if it does fall out, it's just gonna hang, right out. It's not
yep.
gonna go in the water or I'm not gonna lose it. And somebody said, Milton says they should have a Cas King first aid kit. Oh, you're
Yep,
not joking.
yep.
And
I can see the logo now. It's a silhouette of Nikki's head
whose side are
with
you on,
blood,
Fluke?
dripping somewhere.
Yep.
Oh,
It's true though.
oh
It's true.
goodness.
Can you believe that
So
I had
John,
a gun? Can you
oh
believe
yeah,
that I was a
that's
cop?
yep, 100%.
They gave me a gun.
Yep. Yeah, train wreck Nikki. Here we go.
Oh my god.
John Seller asked if I had ever tried the fluorocarbon line. I have not. I'm still sponsored by Seagar. If you guys don't know, I've been using Seagar since 2006, and so it's that was one thing that KastKing could not get me pull me away from, was Seagar fishing line. And I'm not saying theirs is bad, and I just have been a
You
believer in
just
Seagar,
been
and
with
I'm a
them.
loyal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm loyal. I'm not gonna jump ship just to.
I understand that.
And so I'm just too. So that is what it is.
What is your
So
Gabriel Cagle? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Cagle. What is your favorite pond bass lure?
oh, a tiny spinnerbait. The Strike King. I can't remember. They're called mini something. They've been around for 100,000 years. But it's that little tiny spinnerbait is one of my favorite ones, because it doesn't get hung up easy. It's a
Like the
moving bait.
inline
You can cover.
spinner? The
No,
inline?
no, no,
Oh,
no. It's a regular spinnerbait, but it's just a small one, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's a mini Strike King spinner. It's one of the very first baits they ever made,
oh,
that
okay.
Strike King ever made. And they still make them. They still sell the snot out of them. So,
And you catch a lot on that?
oh yeah, a lot.
Um, Somebody said I just had it about Florida fishing. Oh,
I see it's right here. It says Delmonte Williams says Florida fishing is one of the best fishings, just in my opinion. It is certain times of the year. You guys can have it in
yes.
July, August, September. You guys can stay in your air conditioned houses all you want. I will be somewhere else in the country, I promise you. But uh, January, I'm usually in Florida. Starting in January, sometimes into February, I'll be there for 3, 4, not 5 weeks yet, but maybe my wife will let me do it. So,
And you know what's funny is a lot of people say, "Oh, Florida, it's great fishing, and you're definitely going to get a fish. It's the fishing capital of the world." But here's the thing: is when I moved here from Illinois, in Illinois I was catching fish every day. 5 pounders, 6 pounders. From my YouTube channel. Soon
yep,
as I get to
yep,
Florida, nothing. And you don't
yep,
realize what a different world it is. You can't just go by your own old tactics. You've got to apply a whole new set of tactics, of fishing. You got to learn fishing again, what they're biting on,
yep.
why they're biting, what time of year. It's like a whole new, it's
Yeah, and
difficult.
they act different in Florida. Um, you
Yes.
know, most places in the rest of the country, they like cloudy days, they like windy days. In the Florida, they like sunny days is when they
Hmm.
bite the best. They don't like change. They don't like they and that same thing with other bass, but Florida bass, are a lot more sensitive to weather change, and so they'll mess up pretty fast.
Yeah,
And
it's
then,
true.
but the good thing about Florida is if you can throw a soft plastic that is either June bug, black and blue, or green pumpkin, you're
You
set. You don't need
you
any
just
other colors.
you
Just
just
go fishing.
listed what I use. That's exactly it.
Yep.
That's the only thing I can get them to bite on. More
Yep.
so the blue, more so like the
Yep.
black and
Great.
blue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Black and blue. That's
Yep.
my. That's usually the first thing I go to for sure.
Um, and I'm not big on like I always stick with the baits and lures rather than going right to live bait. I always seem to do artificial. I'm not big on fishing, live bait, but a lot of people down here in Florida go right to the shiners. They go to the bait shop, they get a thing
Yep.
of shiners and go out there and fish with it. I don't know about you, but are you into live bait
I'd
or
I'd rather slam my hand in the car door.
that answers it?
It's just I don't know, staring at a bobber, waiting for. I like to make the action of the bait myself, and
Thank you.
I love love putting my brain against their little pea brain and seeing what happens.
Well, that's the part of fish that's the biggest part to me, is the puzzle of finding out what they're biting on, and then once you find it out and you catch some fish on it, it's like you completed something. I don't know, it's just something I feel like, you know, you did something, I fought what they're fighting on, I found it out, and it works.
Yep.
Live bait isn't allowed in my boat, Uncle Yukon said. I hear you on
Agreed.
that. Agreed.
Yep. I'll
Learning
I'll
is
be
hard.
when I have my kids, I'll throw crickets in the boat, but that's it. No worms because they're too much dirt. I don't like dirt in my carpet, so.
You don't like you sound like me.
Yep.
Oh, that's a scary thought. Big Peppo said learning is hard. It is, Big Peppo. It is trying to find out, when especially if you go to a different state and trying to figure out what they're biting on or learning about the fish. It's hard, but it becomes fun though. It's like a
Yep.
puzzle. The fish are an enigma. I always say it. It's just an
Yep.
enigma.
That's what I
Shrimp,
live for. The
yeah.
the last year I took last year off a little bit. I still made videos, but not nearly as many as I normally do. And I kind of got burned out, and I realized about I guess it was December, in middle of December, I was like, I got burned out because
Hmm.
I stopped learning, and I assumed that I knew enough to be able to make videos, and I was just gonna plug away and make a video after video without learning anything. And middle of December, I was like, nope. I said, the reason you don't want to do this anymore is because you stopped learning. And so I went right back in and started watching, Bass University and all the other stuff that I watched before, and started reading Facebook pages and got back into it again. And now my goal this year is 160 videos. I might reach it. I'd have to work really, really hard, but I'm launching three a week now with my son editing for me. So
And see, that's great, and I love that we have that. Back then, they didn't have the technology we have today. You can go right on
yep,
YouTube or you can go right on social media and find out how to do something you're trying to learn, or figure out a technique. It's great we're able to do that nowadays. Vox Guitars
yep.
said shrimp works great around here. That and a wacky rig. I love the wacky rig. What, the wacky rig? It's true. I know, but it works. Sometimes that's what you need. Do you ever fish in South Carolina? Gabriel Cagle said.
And Hartwell, that kind of stuff. But I wanted to fish up in northern part of South Carolina. There's a couple of uh, lakes around Greenville, South Carolina, but they have so many regulations that would have cost me $400 just to be able to put my boat in one of the lakes. And I'm
Oh
like,
my,
nope.
$400?
Yeah, I was like, what kind of communist country did they come from? It's just nuts. And so yeah, I didn't. I stick to the Savannah River and that kind of stuff on that side of the state. One of my favorite lakes is Greenwood, which is also in South Carolina. So, but it just haven't
We
been
have
haven't been over there in a while.
We have
So
Jose in here. Jose asks, Gene, what's an underrated fishing technique?
I saw that and I've been trying to think about it, Jose. Hold on a minute.
You saw it and I called it out. I see.
Underrated.
Hi, Jose.
Gosh, I did a video about it this last month. That's why it popped into my head. Um, a balsa wood crankbait,
A balsa wood
and
crankbait.
I say that because most balsa wood crankbaits, I know there's a lot of mass produced ones now. Rapala makes them, and so and Strike King has a couple of them, stuff like that. But those custom painted um, balsa crankbaits, reason being is balsa uh, companies have been trying to to make plastic baits or plastic crankbaits act like balsa for years, and balsa floats really really well. So you'll hit a
Mhm. Wow. I mean, it sounds interesting too. Uncle Yukon says overrated Ned rig. Never have gotten a bite on it. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Someone said Robert said the Ned rig too. Ned rig. I used to do really good on the Ned rig. What? What? Oh no. No, you. I could hear you. It's just your face kind of froze. You. I could hear you, but your face froze. So, oh, there you go. You're good.
reel just like this with your spinning reel as slow as you can, and you want that bait to be ticking the bottom. Is all
Just,
you want to do.
just
You
ticking
want
the
it to be
bottom.
ticking the bottom, and yep, just ticking the bottom as you're reeling it. You're gonna reel it steady, all right on the bottom. And what happens is that head will hit something and pop up, and then hit something and pop up, and you will catch fish that way. It's not meant to be a shaky head. A hopping bait, if you're going to hop it, leave your rod up and your line tight and let it pendulum back down towards you, and you'll get more bites that way. So, yeah, I understand that. I understand that people who can't catch anything on a Ned rig, it's because they're fishing it like a shaky head, and that's not what it was designed to.
Okay. Is that something you tend to use or break out when you can't catch a fish, or is that something you go to?
Uh, yeah, yeah, it actually works. That technique, the slow rolling technique, works really good around bluegill beds to catch bass.
Okay.
And so I'll use it then, and then if I'm in a lake that I know has a lot of small fish, I'll use it then as well. But I guide on Guntersville, and I fish a lake down the road from my house. Like I said, I caught a 6.5 today, and that's an everyday thing over there.
Oh my
So
gosh, I gotta get out there. Is are you guiding a lot now? Are you?
I just started a kayak guiding at Guntersville. Is what
Oh
I
my
just
gosh, get
started a
out of here!
few about a month ago, not
When
quite a
do
month
you
ago.
have time to
I
guide?
just put it in my schedule.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing though. I mean, I can't
Yep.
imagine someone calling up to go have a guide on the water and they get Fluke Master. Like, that's that's awesome.
Yep.
I've watched a channel where they dead stick a Ned rig and catch lots of bass, Uncle Yukon says.
Yeah, that makes sense too, because especially if you're using the Z-Man plastics that float real high. And if I was the dead stick, I wouldn't use that little TRD. Use the bigger one,
Now,
just
dead
so it
sticking
catches more
is
current. It's just you're just holding it still.
just holding it still.
Yep. You just let it sit still until something picks it up.
Mr. Gimpy said, "Would hiring you cost me an arm and leg? Because I'd be short on that." I told you he's a oh, Mr. Gimpy, you're amazing.
uh,
Gene learned how to use a Ned rig from Chad Hoover, Jose said.
nope, nope, nope. I taught Chad Hoover. He just won't put it down.
Assault weapon says you can guide me on Guntersville any day.
Dang right.
Debo is a massive fan of the Ned rig. I need tips for Guntersville, Carl said. ASAP.
Oh gosh, they're pre-spawning real hard right now. What I typically do is go all the way in the back of the creek and then follow the creek channel all the way back, throwing a chatterbait. And as soon as I get bit, I anchor down and I'll stay right there, because usually you get bit once, there's like 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 fish sitting right there waiting to move up. So, and then
Awesome.
starting next week, the water's going to start rising again. So the fish will move to the bank. Right now, they're not on the bank, but starting probably next Tuesday or Wednesday, they should start hitting the bank, because they're going to bring the water level back up to summer pool.
Oh, that was Captain Brian Box, by the way. Assault weapon says you could guide me on Guntersville any day.
That's what I'm talking
Hi,
about.
Bri. What's going on, Bri? I didn't realize. I didn't put two and two together. I didn't know who that was. If you want to see crazy smallmouth action, and the North Dakota yak angler is amazing.
Oh
He
yeah,
catches
yeah,
more
yeah. I know who
fish in
that
one
is.
trip.
Yep.
Will Cas King be at East Tennessee Fishing Expo this year? I don't think so.
That's already happened, hasn't it?
Yeah, I thought.
Oh, you're
I
talking
just
about
don't.
next show season, because yeah, the East
Oh, okay.
Tennessee show will be next. I can't remember when it is. It's in October, I think, October or November.
I'm trying to get all your questions, guys. I don't want to miss any. So if you have any questions for Fluke before he has to leave, please let me know. I want to.
Milton Thompson, do you like fishing with alligators around? I don't mind it because we're not on their menu. Yeah.
Demon taught Gene how to catch big fish. Who said that? Who's Demon? Stephen
Damon.
Guthrie Fishing.
Damon's.
Oh. Oh. Oh, really? Jason Beck Fishing said Ned rig is #1 here in Jersey. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Vox Guitar wants to know, what size reel do you prefer?
Casting reel used to like. I like a 3000 just because it just casts so much. Just that bigger spool makes it cast a whole lot better. And I'm not a fan of spinning reels, but I use them when I have to. I'll have 3 on the boat tomorrow fishing spotted bass Lake Lanier. So
It says you're freezing again. I know, guys. It's the weather, and Gene's network, I guess, is freezing up on
yep,
him.
yep. Next time we'll get Nikki set up with a stream yard and get everything else
Yeah,
rocking and rolling,
we're
and
gonna
she
do
won't have any
StreamYard.
more problems.
We're gonna have Fluke on again, guys. This is just an announcement that he is with Cas King. He's on our team, and I wanted to get him on here because it was something that meant a lot to me to get him on my live, because he's been a mentor to me, and it's just really great to have him on and introduce him as now a member of Cas King. So I'm so cool. I'm so awesome about that. But I'm excited. We're going to have him on, and we're going to be doing some fishing, guys, and collaborating. So you're going to see him all over. Welcome to the team, Boss Guitar says.
Awesome.
I grew up in Florida, used to gators, but never went kayaking with them. Token Bassett. Have you fished?
I've had a couple of aggressive gators. I used to fish a little bit on there's a private place north of in North Florida that they actually harvest the eggs
Hmm.
out of the nest. They drop down on helicopters, out of helicopters, and they get the eggs and that kind of stuff. And when they do that, the gators get pretty aggressive. But I learned that if you turn broadside to them and show them how big you are,
Hmm.
you're gonna throw a 12, 13-foot kayak. They usually just turn to leave you alone. So,
Yeah, if you don't bother, that's what learning about fishing with them here in Florida. They're in everywhere. Everywhere I fish, all the ponds, all the
yep,
lakes. You just leave them alone. If you don't bother them, they're not typically not going to bother you. But if I've seen people throwing things at them or casting their rod to them to try to agitate them, obviously it's going to get them to come over and bite you. um, Somebody said, "Have you fished Beaver Lake, Arkansas?"
nope, sure haven't.
That was from Bob. Yep. Milton says, "Welcome to the family." Yo, Vox says, "If they get too aggressive, gator boots." Oh, that's awesome. Well, there's a lot of questions, but like I said, guys, we're gonna have him on again. And I've got to go over some rods and reels, some new products and stuff to show you guys. And we're gonna do an in live giveaway as well. So make sure you guys hang in there for a second. Um, but I don't think you can leave either, Fluke, because we would have to end. So it looks like you're stuck. Oh, can you? Okay. Well, if you need to go, you can go. But if not, we're gonna go over some products, and I'm gonna do an in live giveaway. But I'm just so proud and so happy. I know you said you earlier. You said you were getting ready to. You're going out tomorrow, out fishing.
I got to pack.
Oh my gosh!
Yep.
So he's on the road again, guys. So
Yep.
again, if you have any more questions, guys, get them ready because we're gonna be having Fluke on, and make sure you stay tuned because it's gonna get real. We're gonna have a lot of fun coming up
Sweet.
here. But thank you so
All right.
much,
Thanks.
Fluke.
Thanks,
Thank
Nikki. You're awesome.
Absolutely. Love you, Fluke. Thank you.
All right. Love you too. All right. All right. Bye.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, guys. That was amazing. You're going out Friday, Vox? Agreed. Conrod for tarpon. Yes. Did somebody ask about? I'm sorry if I missed your, but yes, Conrod is good for tarpon. Guys, I can't begin to tell you how amazing that was to have Fluke on. That guy's been a mentor for years for me, and I've looked up to him. I've learned. He's the reason I started my YouTube channel. Um, and then now he's part of the KastKing team where I work with, and now I get to work with him. So I'm overwhelmed and very happy, and I'm so glad that you guys were able to, have him come on here and ask him questions, and him be able to talk with you guys and answer questions. And I tried to get as many as I can, guys. I was scrolling, and there were a lot of questions, but I'm so glad we were able to get through some of them for you. I was so excited to have him on. And he's going to be on again. This was just an introductory to let everybody know that he is part of Cas King now. But we might have him on next week or the week after. And, if you have any other questions, make sure you save them and we'll ask him. Isn't it cool, Carl? Fluke was the first YouTube channel I watched and learned. Me too, Mr. Gimpy. Me too. Gene is awesome human. I'm so proud to have him on the team. Yes, Bri. Thank you for stopping in, Bri. That means a lot. Oh yeah, I'm so glad to have him too. It's gonna be. Can you imagine, Bri? Him, you, me, out there with maybe some of the other guys, just going out and fishing, and just can you imagine what a great time that would be? Recording some really awesome footage and just collaborating. This is gonna be really amazing. I want some more pictures, Bri. If you guys don't know, that's Captain Brian Box up there with me, and he's the reason I caught my first big fish, I could say. Um, here, and then he was on that one too, and then he's over here too. But that one too. But yeah, my grouper fish and my big fish, and it's always awesome to fish with Captain Brian Box, guys. We're gonna make some more videos. Learned a lot from Gene, very knowledgeable. He really is. Um, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Nikau? Nikau? What a beautiful name. But he really is. I'm so glad you got to see him on here. Thank you, David. Well, don't go anywhere, guys. I've got now we go to the products and then we have an in live giveaway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all these products. There are a lot, but I'll go through them quickly. we've touched base on them before. So if you have any like questions about anything more with it, because I'm going to move quickly, just ask and then I'll answer them later. But we're going to get through these and then I want to do an in live giveaway. So we'll do a giveaway on one of these products and you'll be able to win it today. So what we'll do is I'll have you type in something and as much as you want. And like we do in some of our other lives, when we do an in live giveaway, I'll just scroll and not look, click on your name and whoever's name it is, you will win. So we got that to do as well. Oh yeah, it's raining here too. I just respooled my KastKing Rover. No knives. Milton said no knives, Nikki. Guys, I know. So KastKing says I'm not allowed to touch any of the sharp object products that they send because I always seem to cut myself. So you guys remind me if I go to. I swear these guys are going to do a safety video because of me. And I was just explaining how sharp they are and to be careful. And what do? I cut myself. Oh, you can't take me anywhere. You can't do anything with me. No scissors, no knives, no scissors. Great conversation with Fluke. It really was, Mandy. I'm so glad you got to be part of it. Caught my first bass watching this. That's so cool, Mr. Gimpy. Yeah, I learned a lot from him. Guys, so let's go through a couple of these or all of them. We'll get through these and then we'll do a giveaway. Does that sound good? I'm still so excited having Fluke on. That was a really special moment for me, guys. Thank you so much for being part of that. So, guys, the green monsters. Look at that. We have some beautiful Zephyrs here, and this is the Bassmaster, as you can see. So they're both twin tips. We both have 2 tips with them, and as you can see, you can break them down, which I have them broke down here. Make it easy for you guys. And we have the spinning rod. So I have them all spooled up. So here's the 2 tips here. I'll give you guys a little bit of a close up, but it's that bright green color. Now, I'm not a huge fan of green. I'm not a huge fan, but let me tell you what they did here with these. Look at this. Look at the designs. They really went above and beyond on catching the eye, especially with these combos. I mean, it's really the way to go. But I have a tip here with this, as you guys could see. So this is the spinning rod. This is the Zephyr. It really is a cool color, right, JT Fishing? Good for night fishing. Yes, Demonte. I'm picking one up of each of those for the grandkids. Box guitars, that's what I was just going to say. To me, these are great for kids. I mean, they break down easily, right? You can break them down. You can throw them in your car or your truck or wherever and pop them, take them out, put them together and take your kids fishing. And the green, the bright colors, like we have the white and the blue or the blue. It's just kids love that, right? And the kids go for the green. And especially look at that design. If I could show you guys a little, there you go, look. Isn't that beautiful? The Zephyr. A really nice inlay with the black. And I like the black against the green. It really pops out. So that's why I spooled it with the black hammer braid. I think that's really cool. You guys know me with matching and the colors. I'm always going to go with the matching braid. Oh, does it work well? Do you use the black braid because it works well or match in the water for fishing? No, I just match it because it looks good on my rod. What's that? I missed your. I just need the rods. I have the reels already. Oh, you need the rods? Well, too bad you're not here, Milton. I could definitely share it with you. Yukon says he likes the green. Love the color. Yeah, kids are the best. I don't care what my wife says. I love you, box guitars. That was funny. So this is our Zephyr, guys. And as you can see, the beautiful bright green color. I love the cork handles here. I love that they went with that. Again, against the black. These are great. This is a size 2000. Perfect size. Again, you mentioned kids. This would be I think a great size reel combo for them. But you get 2 tips with it. Again, for kids, right? They're going to break things. Things happen. I do it all the time. You shut the rod in your door, in your vehicle. You knock it down. You break it. It's going to happen. And this is the Baitcaster right here. I wasn't planning on buying fishing poles. Now I got to go get me a new pair. I'm sorry, Demonte. Okay, I'm not sorry. But but yeah, I understand. You see something like this, you got to. But yeah, this is a great one. So this one is our it's our Zephyr baitcaster, but I wanted to okay, there it is. This is a 7.2 to 1 gear ratio. So that's a 7.2 to 1 gear ratio. And again, they break down. I put a little rubber band on here to keep it together. But yeah, 2 tips for everything, guys. And you can take them out fishing with you out on the ponds. This way it's easy to break down and put together so you don't have to have, carry or lug around the entire rod together. And you guys see it's just easy to pull out and put it back on if you need to. I'm a big kid. So am I, Milton. Or drop the rod locker lid on the rod tip. Oh my gosh. You know how many times I heard people say they've done that? Jason's laughing. Good to see you, Jason. I love seeing your name on here. That looks cool as a bait caster. Yeah, Angler Dave, it really is. This is a good one too. Look at that. I'll give you guys a little bit up close. But yeah, you guys mentioning kids, the kids would love that. The bright green sticks out. It's something that they want that sticks out. But yeah, kids would be great. Perfect trout pole. Trout pole, yes. Where can I buy? KastKing, Amazon.com. And it's our Zephyr combos. And we have sales going on, guys. I don't know if we have any on the Zephyr. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Tube tips is awesome. Angler Dave, I agree. Because you just don't know. And they're marked. Look, you can see it says medium right here at the bottom with the M. Same thing on here. So it's marked, if you're mixing it up and you put it in, you don't put them together like I do, and you mix it up. So it's marked, so it'll let you guys know. The bean actual, is this the giveaway? It can be. I didn't pick the giveaway yet. But you know what? Yeah. I'll probably do the giveaway on this combo. But I'll tell you what, I'll do a giveaway on both. So the spinning and the baitcaster. So it gives you 2 chances to win. Would you guys like that? But give me a minute. Let me go through some other stuff. And then I'll tell you what to do for the giveaway on these, okay? I figured you guys might like that. I wasn't sure what to do the giveaway on. We have so much stuff. But all right. Now, look at this beautiful. Look at this. Sale going on right now on Amazon. Yes, Gary said there is a sale going on right now on Amazon. New fishing, you think that's a good giveaway? I hope so. I hope you guys would like that. I was trying to figure out with all these products that I have to show you today, which one would you guys like more? And I think you would like this, right? A lot of you guys mentioned kids, and I know a lot of you guys do have kids. And why not give you a chance, 2 chances to win? So somebody could win the baitcaster and somebody could win the spinning. Would you guys like that? Yes, that would be great. Thank you. Okay, Ray. No problem. Thanks, Nikki. No problem, Oscar. Love the green. New fishing, I'm not really crazy about the green, but this one I am. You know why? Because of that. Look how the detail. It's something about the detail. If it was just green and nothing else, I wouldn't like it. But when they added the beautiful black inlay, and then of course you got the black down here, I like it. It really stands out. So I guess I like it. Incredibly generous, Nikki, Carl. Oh, that's all right. Thank you so much, Carl. I just want to, you guys don't understand with you coming on to the show every week, it means a lot to me. So I always try to do something to thank you guys. And the only way I can think of is doing a giveaway. So when I do these giveaways, it's just my way of saying thank you to coming on and spending some time with me and, being positive and in the show and just being part of it with me. It really means a lot because I look forward to this every week with you guys. So we're going to be doing a lot more, guys, and some bigger giveaways. So as long as Cas King keeps letting me, I'm just going to give as much as I can to you guys. Tribal. Yes, Jason. Thank you. Jason Beck Fishing said tribal. Yes, that's what I was trying to come up with. Very perfect name for it. It's got a tribal, almost like a tribal tattoo, as you would see, but it's like a tribal link in there. I like that. It's a great wording for it, Jason. Thank you. Okay. Always look forward to my Nikki fix. Thanks for doing the live. Box, thank you. Yeah, because every time I turn it on, guys, I see your name pop up. people that I've seen in the show before, my loyal followers that have been with me for so long, you guys put me at ease. You just, even if we get some trolls on here every now and then, or people that just don't agree with things, you guys are always there. I see your name. Just always makes me happy and it comforts me. So, yeah, I love that. But oh my gosh, guys. So these are great. Our Rover reels, as you can see right here. We have two of them. This one is 5.3 to 1 gear ratio. And I'm trying to, yeah. So this is the one I have. This is what they sent me. Look how beautiful this is right off the bat, guys. You have the gold, you have the black, and then you like the off gray kind of lettering here. And it says Bassmaster, and then it gives you the gear ratio right here, 5.3 to 1 gear ratio. I love the handle, guys. The handle is what sticks out to me. It's just very comforting. This is something you could fish with. It is quite heavy. So as far as like going out to like a pond, casting and fishing and spending the day doing that, I don't foresee that. But being out on the boat, doing some big fishing, it's just a great all around heavy duty reel, guys. And we go into detail about this in my other video. So anything you guys want to know about it, or any bigger details or whatever, because we have so many products to go over, I have that video, or I will definitely answer your questions about it. But it is a beautiful reel, guys. Just keep in mind it's got a lot of weight to it. It's pretty heavy. Give that away to me, Milton said. If you have a smaller one, it would be awesome for drift or corking trout. Well, yes, we have two of them that we just put out. We have a carp in a lot of subdivision ponds. Carp fishing. Oh my gosh, yes. Lots of carp across all county. I caught my biggest carp when I was in Illinois. The carp was 50 pounds, and I missed it by I missed the record, the state record, by 1 pound, 2 pounds. It was like 1 or 2 pounds. It took me an hour and a half to fight it, and I caught it accidentally, foul hooked it in its mouth on 12-pound mono. Took me an hour and a half to fight it. But we got him in. Milton, let's fire that. Kyle Bloor, how do you spell it? What, the Rover? R-O-V-E-R. It's right here. R-O-V-E-R. I don't know if you guys could see that very good. But yeah. Is it a good surf casting reel? Russell wants to know. Russell, I have never heard of it using for surf cast fishing. Let's ask anybody in here that might have used the Rover. Have you guys, is it good for surf casting? That's something I've never done. I've never surf cast and I've never used it for that. Rover, yes, R-O-V-E-R. Jack Gone Fishing. I'm going to tell you how to win the giveaway after I get through these products really quick. You just give me a couple minutes and I'll get right to you. Over here in the UK and Europe, we use massively. Oh, some people are answering. Yes, Russell. Bri, a salt weapon said yes, it is, Russell. You finally caught a live. Good to see you, Freddie. Nikki will pick me today, Robert says. The Rover will throw you over 100 yards, so if you wash it out after salt fishing, it would be great for that. Yes. Vox says it will throw over 100 yards, so if you wash it out after salt fishing, it will be great for that. Uncle Yukon. It's the Zephyr. All right, so I know a lot of you guys want to get through this, so I don't want to spend too much time. But okay, so that's our Rover, guys. We have so many to do. So we have two of them. Then we have our Destron braid. I know you guys want to get to the giveaway, so that's why I'm trying to run through this. And we spent like an hour with Fluke. I couldn't help it. But this is our new Destron braid, guys. And we have the 8X and now the 4X. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. But it says your complete 8X, your line and leader solution. And this one's the 4X. This color they sent me is teal camo, and it's 300 yards. Look at the colors on this. Tell me that wouldn't match this perfectly. But there I go with the matching. Look, isn't that beautiful? Perfect colors. I like that color combo in there. And I'm not big on green, but so it's a great line, guys. It's a high abrasion resistance, so it's great for. It's not going to be easily. You guys can see it here. Can you see it on my hand? No, you can't. But it's super thin, and like I said, it's high abrasion resistant, near zero stretch, so it's barely going to stretch on you. Low visibility and low memory. It's another great, great line that KastKing's put out. Thank you, JT. Yeah, I'm just rushing. A lot of people want to talk about the giveaway. I'm trying to get through everything for you guys. Ben Smith. So we have, this one's a 15-pound, 300-yard, and the diameter 0.15. So 0.15 on that, and that is the 8X. And then the 4X is 0.20. You can see it here. This one's 0.20, and that's 20 pounds, 300 yards. And this color is moss green. So look at that. That's the typical color that I always use. That's that moss green compared to the teal camo. Look at that. What a big difference, though, that color. This one down in Florida, this is the one that I stick with the most with our waters. Pond fishing, fishing the chain of lakes, Lake Harris. I usually stick with this or the black. Or sometimes if, yeah, the green camo. We have a green camo braid too, which is really good. Yeah, really good line, Ben. Show leader. Yeah. So this one, you guys want to see? You want to see a little bit up close? You could see that color. My ugly hand's in the way. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get you guys to see it again. So, and this one was 0.20, moss green, 300 yards, 20 pounds. So if you're looking for some really good line, guys, we've been putting out line like crazy every week, and I have more to show you. Whether it's the mono, the braid, fluorocarbon, KastKing is just really pumping it out, and we're really going through a lot. Moss green is my color too. Oh, and PA? Oh, I bet, Lumpy. Thank you, David. That means a lot. Thank you for saying that. So yeah, so we'll get through these guys. Again, these are our Destron, and we just literally just came out with these. And this one's the complete 4X, and this one's the 8X. Again, depending if you're looking for bait caster or if you're looking for spinning. 8X is typically, you're going to want to go with the 8X for your bait caster, and then for your spinning, you typically go with the 4X for bait caster, and then the 8X for your spinning typically. But you can change it up depending on how you tie the knots to make sure it doesn't slip off. But then we have, talk about line, right? Our covert line. Now this is our essential fluorocarbon. So if you guys are looking for fluorocarbon, again, these are great. And we just came out with this, our covert essential. Again, I'll show you. Now this is 6 pounds, 50 yards. High abrasion, again, resistance, low stretch, low visibility, good knot strength. Let me just open it up so I could show you guys. It might be a little difficult with the, and this one is 0.007, or I'm sorry, 0.18. So 0.18 is your diameter on this. If I could open it up for you and show you. All right, and this one is 50 yards, 6 pounds. So that's how it's gonna come. So you guys could see that. And obviously you're not gonna be able to see it if I show you your diameter here. It's just really, really, oh, there you go. You can see it. Not bad. So that's our new our new covert essential, guys. And then this one is 6 pounds, 25 yards on this one. Nice little box too. You're gonna keep it in. And that's 0.18 for your diameter. And again, 0.18. So if you guys are looking for fluorocarbon, you're looking for our new Destron braid, complete 4X or complete 8X, guys. Check into it. I'll go into more specs if you guys want. I usually don't, dive that deep into specs when we're going through for the products here. But if you have any questions, you just put them down and I'll answer them for you. Oh, and we got one more. Here they sent me a bigger box. This one's 6 pounds and 200 yards. So you get the bigger one compared to the small one, as you guys see right here. It's all depending on what you're looking for, what you're fishing with or fishing for as well. Oh, Big Peppo said use electrical tape for the backlash. I've done that, Big Peppo. Oscar says great for leaders. Yes. Perfect for leaders, Oscar. Patrick says I don't have the patience for baitcaster. I spent too much time on tangling line. Patrick, I know, but that's what I love about KastKing is the baitcasters or the reels that they're coming out with now, or just they're so amazing. They make everything essentially, you know, you don't have any more backlashes or any more bird's nests. The way they're doing it, especially if you're looking for like with the automatic braking system on some of our reels. We have the some of my favorite reels that have the automatic braking system. So that's going to help you with the backlashes and the bird's nest. And we're making reels so much now that, you know, it's very hard, typically hard to go out there and get a bird's nest or a backlash with the line combo and the reel. Yeah, the mega jaws with the automatic, the A and B system. That's a great reel. If you're a kid or just starting out fishing and you're worried about bird's nests or backlashes, I would go with that reel because it's just going to be so hard to get one. I'm telling you. You know, you're not always going to go out there and not get, you know, a bird's nest or a backlash. It's going to happen. Something's going to happen, whether it's outside force acting upon it or something. But your chances are you're going to do really good. You're something you need to look into for sure. If that's what you're looking for, Patrick, I would definitely look into them. What I forget to mention, Gary? Get the Mega Jaws Elite. You will be able to cast in no time. New fishing, yes. Patrick, look into that. I'm telling you, that Mega Jaws is where it's at. Gary, she's doing her best, talking fast. Yes, Samuel. What did I miss? There's a good video on main casting too about learning the baitcaster. Yes, that's what I love, Carl, is whatever questions you have on some of the baitcasters or the spinning reels or any techniques, KastKing always puts out videos. I do a lot of videos for KastKing. I put out there on the KastKing channel that shows you how to either use one of our products or it shows you, helps you with whatever technique you were looking for. Oh, Gary. Okay. Thank you. There's a leader in the back of the Destron spool. Yes. Yeah, I forgot. Thank you, Gary. Gary says there's a leader in the back of the desk. Yes, I didn't tell you guys about that. But look, thank you for telling me. See, that's what I love about you guys. My followers that have been with me for a while, we all help each other out. You got my subscribe, lady. Thank you, Christopher. My wife for Christmas several years ago. Hooking bass up north. When you overcast, that is when you get the backlash. Absolutely. And that's why I like with our A and B system, with your automatic braking system, for our Mega Jaws, you know, the Mega Jaws Elite reel, for example, it's going to have that braking system so that when you go to cast, it's hard for you to overcast with it because it's going to send out those two discs for the braking system that's going to grab onto the line and slowly slow it down so that when you accidentally overcast, it's going to kind of help you in that matter and you're not going to be able to backlash or cause a bird's nest in your reel. So look that up if you guys, you know, are seriously worried about bird's nest or backlash. I would look at the Mega Jaws Elite, anything with the A and B system in it. You know, just something like that that's going to help because all these reels that are coming out now with KastKing, it's already something that they're putting in as just, you know, something they're doing on purpose because they know what it's like, you know, go out there and have a bird's nest or a backlash, you know, so we're trying to make it easier for you guys out on the water. But definitely look into the Mega Jaws because those reels are KastKing really set the bar for that. And thank you, Christopher, for your subscription. Uncle Yukon, I agree. I agree completely. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to go through these quick because there's so much to do, and I know you guys want to go to that giveaway. And we spent some time with Fluke Master. So, but these are our lineup, guys. So if that's something you're looking for, if you have any questions that I didn't touch on, please leave them after in the comment section when I put this post up, and KastKing or somebody will answer anything you have on them. Okay, we went through the Zephyr. Now let's get through the tools. Here's the fun part. See, I thought you guys would want to give away on this, but we could always do another giveaway later on. But this is really, really cool. So we have a bunch of kits here, guys. So this is one, and this is another, and each one has in the same thing. So I'm just going to go over the one of them, and then we'll go into every box. But these are our Paradox tools that we have: 7-inch fillet knife, 9-inch bait shears, and 12-inch honing rod. Okay, that's in one of them. And then in the other one, we have a Paradox 9-inch fillet knife, 9-inch bait shears, 12-inch honing rod. So it depends on whatever you guys are looking for. Each kit has something different in it, or a bigger, like a 12-inch or a 9-inch. And there's so much of it. But we'll touch base with one of them so you guys know which is in each one. So now you have a honing rod here. I'll get this out of your way. But wait, there's more. Yes, Angler Dave, but wait, there's even more. This I really like. Look at this. I'm not allowed to touch anything sharp. I'm just kidding, really not. But here's a honing rod. It's got some weight to it. So now you can go out there and sharpen your tools. So if you're out on the boat, or if you're out fishing, this is like a nice tool that you can carry with you, so you can go out there and sharpen. Here we have a boning knife. This one's got the boning knife. So now we have a boning knife. Look at that. Yeah, I got to be very careful, guys. I cut myself on last week's live. If I can't stress anything, let me stress this. Be careful. When you go to put the sheath back on, now this is our boning knife. As soon as you go put the sheath back on like this, very simple like that. There's a little tab here. All you got to do is click that to open it up. Don't try to go like this and pull it open, because all you're going to do is you're going to go like this, you're going to pull it, and you're going to end up cutting your hand. And I'm telling you, this is very sharp, so please be careful. I got to test the Paradox bait knife and shears set last week. Very nice. Patrick, aren't they really cool? On the box, so Nikki doesn't have to expose the sharp edges. It's so funny, but it's true. These things are so sharp. So you have a little tab here. That's it. That's all you got to do. And you just pop it off. That's it, okay? Please be careful. Again, look at this, guys. Insane. Look how sharp that is, too. Beautiful knife. Again, golf-like handle. You got a nice grip here, so it's a no-slip grip. So if your hands are sweaty or it got wet from the water, you're out fishing in a boat or you're out fishing a pond and your hands are wet, it has a nice no-slip grip. So your hand's going to fit nice little fingerprints in here, so your fingers fit in there nice. Put your thumb here, and now you have a nice boning tool, stainless steel. The edges are sharp here too, but it is a beautiful, beautiful knife. If she reads this, she can't focus on samurai blades, so let us wait, Christopher. In all seriousness, those knives or tools look pretty amazing. Boss guitars, seriously, they are. As you could see, I cut myself last week, but they are sharp. Please, guys, I don't want you to get hurt. You guys mean a lot to me. Please be careful. I know we joke about this, and you saw me cut my thumb last week, which you could see it's not even anything serious. But please be careful. They make these sharp for a reason. And I don't want to see you guys get hurt, okay? But look at the sheath. Can we talk about the sheath for a minute? It's beautiful. Look at that. You have your slatted holes there. So it's not going to be, you go to stick some of these things away, and some of them are, you don't have the holes in the sheath or whatever. Things can get inside or can cause some issues if you're saltwater fishing. But these are just great to have on the boat or to have with you, or keep them in your bag if you're, pond fishing or whatever it is. I don't fillet fish. I don't use a boning knife, or I don't use a fillet knife because I'm not out there. So I always end up giving these away. But again, please be careful because they are super sharp. Nikki is Italian. She won't let the knives win. Uncle Yukon, you're so right. Look on the bright side. You could become Yakuza if you lose a finger. Best part about the whole thing is she washed the blood off in the pond. Jason, that's right. You were there, Jason. I did. I did. I'm sitting there. What did I cut it on? The bait shears, right, Jason? So I had the bait shears and I was trying to explain to everybody how sharp they are. And what did I do? I cut myself. And I'm trying to hold it off camera so nobody sees and it wouldn't stop bleeding. First rule of pond fishing is always carry a first aid kit, carry band-aids. Sometimes I carry our face cloths, our Cas King fishing cloths that I have, and our face shields. And I always carry that in my back pocket. If you ever see pictures of me, I always have it in my back pocket. Sometimes I use it to wipe my hands off. I normally don't use it for my face, but I wipe my hands off with it. Or if I cut myself on a hook, at least I can wrap it with the cloth or something. I didn't have that this time. I had no band-aids. I had no first aid kit, and that's bad. You know, that's really bad for being a fisherman. You know, rule number one, always carry something. But anyway, didn't have it. So it's bleeding. And what was I going to do? I had to stop the bleeding. So I went to the pond. I just dumped it in the pond. And then I wiped it in the dirt and the grass. And it stopped bleeding. Hey, I'm going to get infected, but you know what? It stopped bleeding. And then when I got home, I cleaned it out with some peroxide. I put some antibacterial stuff on it. Pond scum fixes everything. It's true, Jason. I'm a fisherman. Hey, I'm not going to sit there and cry over a little blood. I was just worried about you guys seeing it. I just didn't want you to think it was bleeding, but it was actually coming down my entire arm and dripping into my shoe. So now I have to try to get blood out of my white shoes. But so this one has our boning knife, guys, and then we have our honing rod. So now you can sharpen it, which I really shouldn't show you, but you got to be very careful. So if you're sharpening, whatever it is, you know, but definitely, you know, keep your hands behind the guard. Keep your hands behind the guard. But there you go. I'm not going to show you too much so I don't end up cutting myself, but I did pretty good there. And be careful sticking them in too, guys. So you got a honing rod, and then our bait shears. We went through these so many times, guys. I've told you all about these, the ins and outs. We don't have to go into detail about them because there are several videos of me prior to this that you can check out that we have on the YouTube channel. But this is every tool you're going to need, really, in one tool. And these are our bait shears. We got a little carabiner, so you can stick that on your backpack. You could stick it on your side or whatever you're hooking it to. There's a bottle opener. There is everything in one with these. And these are what I cut my thumb on. So I'm going to be very, very careful in trying to open these. But now they come apart as well, so you can clean them. All you got to do is this. That's it. Now they turn into little knives. And now you can go and clean them easily. Again, stainless steel. So they're not going to rust on you. Salt water. They're prepared for that. And corrosion resistant. Again, you got that, the nice handles, golf-like grip again, no slip grip. My guess is you could choose way before. Those shears are the bomb, and well, yes, that's what I'm trying to say, Patrick. If you go through some of my videos, I talked about everything in here. There's every tool you could think of in here, including a bottle opener. You got the jig eye, you got, I'm sorry, right there, the little, and then you got the bottle opener. You've got, I mean, everything you could think of, they do. And then put it back together here. Oh, put it wrong. But just be very careful again when you're cleaning them too. But so that's all these, guys. That's our bait shears. If you have any questions about these, again, I go into great detail because you have the honing tool in there. It has so many tools in one. It's like having a Swiss Army knife, basically, to have all these tools. So if that's something you're looking for, that's something that you can carry around and have scissors and cutters, and you know, everything you could think of. It's got the bottle opener, so it's great to have out if you're out on the boat or with you. So I like ordering directly through KastKing. Yes, KastKing.com is great. Yes, this is the one I cut myself with. Not the exact one. But this is the one I did cut myself with. So it's a little scary to handle, but yeah, these are our bait shears, guys. And then, like I said, this kit comes with the knife and the honing tool, and that one is, put this one to the side. But this one is the 9-inch fillet knife, 9-inch bait shears, and the 12-inch honing rod. Now, each one, again, guys, comes with different sizes and different things with each kit. So it's all in what you're looking for, but KastKing has something for everyone. So bigger honing rod, bigger fillet knife here, and you got the bait shears. Milton Accidental Insurance. The service is impeccable. The Rover reel is a bad boy. Oh, it is, Milton. So then you have these size bait shears. Okay, again, a nice sheath. Again, it's all in what you're looking for, guys. And then this one is I think this one is the 9-inch. Yeah. Yeah, this one is the 9-inch shears, 7.5-inch or 9-inch fillet knife, and then the 9-inch or 12-inch honing rod, rather. So they just get bigger or smaller, depending, guys, on each one. There's so much, guys, and it doesn't end. And then this one, you have the smaller 9-inch honing rod. Look at that. Again, then you got the fillet knife, which I just took out, which is the same one here. Look at this side. Look at this. This is insane. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at this fillet knife. And it's sharp, so please, again, be careful. Stainless steel, guys. A nice little sheath for it. Not little at all. Nice handle. I need a new knife. Fillet. Jason, definitely check into our fillet knives. They really are. If you talk to Captain Butch about it, he's out there in the Keys fishing all the time, and he's always using our fillet knives. And everybody he fishes with, hey, what's that? What do you got there? So he shows them. They switch from a Bubba knife to our knife all the time. He tells me these stories that he's out there fishing and they use a Bubba knife there all the time. Well, once he put the KastKing's fillet knife in their hands, they switched to KastKing. So we have something for everybody. But again, please be careful. And this kit comes in with that, but it has, where did I put this one? Oh, right here. But you guys see that? Do you see how many I just showed you? And there's more. So don't tell me that there's something for everybody. There's something for everybody. Smaller bait shears, bigger bait shears, 9-inch, 12-inch. It's just all in what you're looking for. Do you want a bigger honing rod, or a smaller one? This is our smaller honing tool. But it depends on whether you're throwing these things in your backpack, maybe, and you're going around pond fishing, or if you're out on a boat, you could use the bigger fillet knife. You could use the bigger honing tool or the bigger bait shears. KastKing has something for everybody. Look at this. Just a little side by side. Look at that. And there's just so many, guys. So many tools and so many kits. And that is everything. Guys, did we get through that? Oh my gosh. We did that. We did that together. Oh my goodness, there's so many. So we did the tools. We did all the line. Remember, we got the covert fluorocarbon. We got the Destron. We got our Destron braid here. We got the covert fluorocarbon. We have the Zephyr rod and reels. And I'm going to tell you guys right now how to win the giveaway. So I'm going to do a giveaway, guys. I was trying to go through and figure out which to go, do a giveaway on, but I think you guys want me to do it on this. So we're going to do it on this. She's getting to it. Yes, we're doing the giveaway right now. Milton, you should YouTube your saltwater fishing. Yes. Thank you, JT. Thank you guys so much for having patience. That's why I talk fast and go through it, because there's so much to go through. And I know patience is a little thin with a lot of people, and it's very hard to sit, through all of them. So I always go through it quick. And if you guys want to know anything more in detail about it, I will answer any questions you have after I go through it, or answer it later. But let's get to the giveaway. So we're going to do the giveaway on these beautiful Zephyr combos. Okay. We're going to do I'm allow you to do two giveaways. So I'll pick two winners. One will win the spinning reel. One will win the bait caster. Okay. All you guys got to do is three simple things. For all my giveaways, you have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel of KastKing. So go right ahead, hit that subscribe button for YouTube. Okay. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my giveaways. Okay. So that's number one, be subscribed. Number two, leave me a comment about one of these. Leave me a comment about, which one you want. Tell me, do you want the bait caster? Do you want the spinning? Or you can just say Zephyr. But you have to leave me a comment so I can pick the winner through the comments when I use the app. Okay. Number three, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, either or. Did you enjoy the show? Give me a thumbs up. That's it. That's all I need. Three simple things. Be subscribed. Leave me a comment about this new Zephyr combo. And number three, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the show. That's it. You'll be entered. Come back next week. I'll have the winners, two winners for you guys. Okay. Yeah, lovely green. Aren't they beautiful? I like them too. I'm not, like I said, I'm not big on the green, but that black inlay that they did to it really stood out. Yeah, that's all you guys got to do. Thank you so much, Caro. Good job. Thank you so much, guys, for your awesome comments. It really means a lot. Thank you guys too for helping me. If I forget something, or you always add something in there for me, or if I miss a comment, you always help the person that's asking the question. You guys don't know how much that means to me. It's hard to read all through the comments, and if I'm going through a certain product, I tend to spend a lot of time on it. Either I'm very passionate about it, or I'm trying to get out everything about it. And I know there's a lot of people that don't have patience, and that's why I go through a lot of these, products quickly, because there's so much to show, as you guys could see. I mean, I literally had 12 different products to show you guys today, and I was so excited to show them to you. And sometimes it's hard to go through all of it, and I'm rushing to get through it because I know all you guys want is they want the giveaway, and I understand that. So just stick with me, just slow down, calm down with me, and we'll get through this together. I always do a giveaway for you guys. I'm always trying to figure out how to make that giveaway better, or to add more people to it, because I'm so passionate about KastKing and what they stand for. I want everybody to know what what it's like, whether it's a lure, whether it's a reel or a rod or a tool that KastKing is coming out with. I'm so excited to share that with you guys. And we have so much to go through. We have so many things coming up. As you guys can see, we have Fluke Master on today. We're going to be doing some collaborating. Fluke Master and he's going to come here to Florida. We're going to be doing live on the water, doing some kayak fishing together on the water. We're going to be doing some fishing in the boat. We're going to be doing some special things for you guys, and we're going to do a giveaway for you guys as well. So give me now. Zephyr spinning, thumbs up. Thank you so much. This is the coolest fishing community on the internet. Thank you, Vox. I love that. We've made this, this platform together, you guys, by your positive, outlook, and the way you guys help everybody. If somebody has a question, you guys are right there. You help, you answer. Somebody goes to look up a price if we don't know the price on something. You guys are always there for each other, and that's what I wanted for this platform. I wanted to be family oriented, and with you guys helping me and doing that, I'm going to be doing so much for you guys. I'm going to be doing bigger giveaways, more giveaways, as a thank you to you guys, because I love you guys, and this community does rock. Spartacus 2 is going to get a workout from this year. Oh, yeah, for sure. Awesome video. Yes. So what I wanted to do when Fluke Master was on, I wanted to do an in live giveaway and have you, and then, have you guys write down a bunch of spamming the whole channel with, you know, whether it was Fluke Master or Fluke or something, and then I was gonna pick, you know, with my eyes closed, pick a winner and do the in live giveaway. But Fluke had to go. He's gearing up for a trip tomorrow. He's gonna be gone for 3 days, and he jumped off. And then we had so much product to go through, so I figured this is the best way. Just those three simple things, and you guys will be automatically entered. But you got to subscribe, okay? And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my lives or anything. But yeah, these are going to be great, guys. And it's a great rod and reel combo, great for your kids, great for anybody that's looking for something that's easy to break down, but has a great backbone, you know, with the rod, be able to reel in those big monsters, those big chunkers of fish that you guys go and catch. And great, the Zephyr rod and the Zephyr combo with the reel, the spinning, or the bait caster are number one. They really are. They're great fishing combos. My Rover's gonna, yeah, the Rover, man. This is, I'm telling you, guys, got some weight to it. It's got some weight to it. So it's a beautiful, though. I love the gold and I love the black. I really love how KastKing's really, you know, stepping up their game on the more and more they come out with. It's just they make it better and better and better. And they're really setting the bar on a lot of these products. And I'm just proud to be part of that. You are gorgeous, looking like a whole snack today. A stroll with Steve. Thank you. Thank you. That puts a smile on my face. Oh, that puts a smile on my, looking like a whole snack, huh? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you guys for your nice comments too. It means a lot. Awesome company. Baitcaster rocks. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Gold Prospecting. That means a lot. Jason Beck, was there new clothing as well? Yes, for everyone. Yes, Nikau. Absolutely. Love each other. Yes. All right, guys, that is everything I wanted to show you. So remember, we have the Zephyr and any of these tools or anything we just touched base. And I know we went through things quickly because all of these, I went into depth on every one of these, plus our pliers. If you go back a couple go back a couple videos, you'll see I went in depth on all these. Plus, we have videos about them on our KastKing website, on our KastKing YouTube channel. But if you have any questions, if you want to go in depth about these, all you guys have to do is message me and we will get back to you. And or any questions, of course. And we have, again, our line, guys. So if that's what you're looking for, definitely check it out. KastKing makes some of the best line you're ever going to find out there. I definitely stand behind them 100% on everything. So I wouldn't be doing this. But guys, it was an amazing show. Having Fluke Master on was amazing. Thank you for your patience and staying with me through it. I know we had a lot to do on our show. We already are an hour and 12 minutes in. We usually run what, like 45 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe if we're pushing it. But it was great to have him on. I'm so glad you guys had questions for him. You guys came prepared. You asked some really awesome questions. Everybody was very nice, and it was just wonderful to be able to share that experience with you guys. So he is now part of KastKing, and I highly recommend you go over to Fluke Master's YouTube channel or his social media. If you don't know who he is, check him out. He's been in this fishing game for years. He's taught me a lot of stuff. I've looked up to him for years, and to be able to work with him on KastKing is very special. So, and I got to share it with you guys, which was very special to me today. So thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you for joining the live. Come back next week to see who's going to win our Zephyr spinning reel combo or our Zephyr baitcaster combo. And we're going to have another giveaway. And maybe we'll do it next week. Maybe we'll do a giveaway on the tools. What do you guys think? We could do a set of tools, or maybe do something with the Rover. We'll figure it out. But you guys come back next week, and we're going to be going out on some adventures. We couldn't go outdoors today because we were doing a live with Fluke, and I didn't want to lose you guys with the service. So that's why we're in the office today. And plus, we had so much product to show. So Fluke Master is great. Love his channel. Ramsey, he really is. He's really great. I'm glad you got to be part of it. She'll call out the winner's name next week. Yes, as Uncle Yukon says, you come back next week. And towards the end of the show, of next week's show, I will give you the two winners' names. I'll call them out for you guys. Okay, that's how I kind of work it. And I'm always going to be asking you just 3 simple things for my giveaways, just what I asked you today. Make sure you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the show. And number 3, just leave me a comment about the product I'm giving away. That's it. Super simple. But make sure you guys subscribe because we did do some giveaways and some people were not subscribed and I have to redo it or give it to somebody else. And I don't want to see that. I want you guys to win. I want you to enjoy the products. That's why I do it. So, and it's again, it's my way of saying thank you. Thank you, Nikki. Good one as always. Thank you, Carl. Thank you for being such a big part of it. I saw your name all day today. It made me smile. Rover, Rover, Rover next week. Okay, Milton. Oh man, that's so long, but me want to catch fishies. I get it, Christopher. But anyway, guys, thank you again so much. Keep grinding, stay strong, always stay humble, and as always, keep on fishing. And I'll catch you guys in the next adventure. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being part of this today. I'm gonna go outside and screw around. Good luck. Oh, thank you, Coyote Hunter. Thank you, Jack on Fishing. Hey, what type of line is best for a bait caster? Well, it depends on what you're fishing for, Jack on Fishing. Um, are you talking about our KastKing bait caster? What kind of bait caster? I love our hammer braid. If you're doing some smaller fishing, our 13X line or 8X line, it depends on what kind you're fishing for. But I love our hammer braid. Take a bow. Thank you, Mr. Gimpy. Thank you. Thank you, Nikau. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm probably not. Even though all the fish will be gone, and when I win, I will. Thank you, Christopher, for being part of this. It was good to see your name. Yeah, so the show, someone asked when's the show going to be? It's going to be the same time next week, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And who knows? We could be somewhere else next week. So if you're new to the show, just know that we always do adventures. We had to be in the office today because we had someone on live. We had Fluke Master. But I always take you guys all around Florida fishing. So we could be out on the boat with Captain Butch next week. We might do that. So keep checking, guys. Keep coming back. Thanks, Uncle Yukon. Thank you so much for the modding, Uncle Yukon. Thank you for being there. Until next time. Where am I located? Central Florida. So I'm close to Orlando, about an hour from Orlando, Summerfield. I'm in Florida. Stop playing. I'm down to show support. Awesome. We'll have to get together and do some fishing, Christopher. We'll get together. Kissimmee. Oh, you're not far from me at all. I've gone down to Kissimmee and fished down there. 192 celebration. I'm down. Absolutely, Chris. We'll get together. You guys go follow my. Oh no, I'm gonna lose you guys. Go follow my Fishing Frenzy Facebook page, guys. That's where we always stay in contact with each other, and we do lives at night too. We come on like Saturday or Sunday on that website on the Facebook page, the Fishing Frenzy Facebook page. Come on over. We do a live like Saturday night where we just hang out. I pop on a movie or something, and we do a live hanging out. We grab some drinks or grab some snacks, and we just kind of like depress from the week. If everybody had a bad week, they come over to my live, and by the end of the night, everybody's feeling good and laughing, and it's just a place to kind of relax. Awesome video, one of the best fishing videos I've watched. Video, one of the best fishing videos. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Samuel. Literally never gone before. I'm totally down. Celebrate. Oh, that's awesome, Christopher. Yes. From Pakistan, way too far, but your show is favored out here too with every angler. Keep it up. That really means a lot. Golf's gold prospecting, Pakistan. He says that out in Pakistan, the show is favored. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read it. Our show is favored out there, and is a favorite among anglers. So that really made my day. Thank you so much for saying that. I'm so happy that you came on, and I'm so happy that that people watch us out there. It really means a lot. Please keep coming in. I love seeing you guys. I love seeing your name. It really makes my whole day. Still live. Yeah, Booster. We're still just I'm answering questions. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. I kept you guys on far too long. But guys, keep safe out there, okay? Keep grinding, stay strong, always stay humble, and as always, keep on fishing. And I'll catch you guys always in the next adventure. I love you guys. Don't forget to be part of this giveaway, okay? Don't miss this giveaway. And don't forget to come back next week, okay?